Dear Taurus, have you ever felt as though you are standing before an open door, one that promises everything you have silently yearned for, yet you find your feet are made of stone? There is a divine current flowing toward you right now, a cosmic tide of blessings that wants to carry you to a new shore. But there's a part of you, a deep and ancient part, that resists, not out of spite, but out of a profound, ingrained belief that you must build everything with your own two hands, that what comes easily cannot be trusted. This isn't a fleeting mood, it's the echo of a story you've lived for so long you've mistaken it for your own skin. The story that says your worth is measured by your endurance, by how much you can carry without complaint. Today, we are not just going to look at the stars, we are going to look into the very heart of that story. We are going to gently unravel the knots that have kept you tethered to a reality that has become too small for your soul. Because the universe is not just offering you a change, it is offering you a homecoming to the person you were always meant to be. Before we journey deeper into this sacred space, I invite you to become a part of this community of inner explorers. Take a moment now to like this video, to share it with anyone whose soul might need this message, and subscribe to the channel, pressing the notification bell so you never miss a moment of our shared journey. And in the comments below, I want you to anchor this intention with me. Write, I am worthy of receiving the blessings I no longer have to fight for. Let that be our promise to ourselves today. Now, let's talk about the energy that surrounds you. You are standing at a precipice, a moment of profound transition where the universe is conspiring in your favor. But it doesn't feel like triumphant fanfare, does it? It feels unsettling. There is a light appearing at the end of the tunnel you've been navigating, but this light is so bright, it almost hurts your eyes. It threatens to expose the familiar, comfortable darkness you've learned to call home. You have become so accustomed to the gray scale of struggle and certainty that the sudden introduction of vibrant color feels foreign, even dangerous. This is the core of your silent battle. Taurus, you possess a strength that can move mountains, but that same strength has built a fortress around your heart, designed to protect you from the memory of instability. You've convinced yourself that control is safety, that if you manage every variable, you can prevent the ground from ever shifting beneath your feet again. But who told you that the ground was meant to be perfectly still? A garden cannot grow in concrete. Life requires movement, flow, and the courage to trust the unknown. This period of emotional flux you've been navigating, the ups and downs that have left you feeling exhausted, is not a sign of weakness. It is the fortress beginning to crumble. It's the old world shaking, not to destroy you, but to make space for the new. If you've been wrestling with a connection, a relationship where the silence has grown heavier than the words, you may feel an undeniable crack forming within it. It's a painful recognition, the quiet death of what once was. You feel the connection has changed, that something has been irrevocably broken. This is not your imagination. It is your soul refusing to pretend any longer. This breaking point is not a failure. It is a sacred act of liberation. It is you finally admitting that you deserve a love that doesn't require you to shrink, a connection that doesn't thrive on your silence. Acknowledging this truth is the first step toward healing, toward making decisions that honor the person you are becoming, not the person you were forced to be. In your professional life, this transformative energy is manifesting as a significant encounter. A meeting with a person of influence or authority is on the horizon, and your first instinct might be to feel intimidated, to retreat into your shell of quiet competence. You may see them as an external force, someone who holds power over your future. But I want you to look deeper. This person is not a gatekeeper. They are a mirror. In them, you will recognize a shared drive, a common spark, and you will realize that this is not an audition, but a collaboration. Do not allow the fear of being judged to dim your light. This encounter is a cosmic invitation to step into the next level of your purpose. It is the universe sending a messenger to remind you of the power you already possess. Stay open, be receptive, and understand that this connection has the potential to validate the very ambitions you were beginning to believe were unrealistic. This is your career's rebirth, a moment where your steadfast work is finally seen, acknowledged, and rewarded. And what of your finances, Taurus? That area of life where you seek ultimate security, where fear so often whispers in your ear. An unexpected expense may surface, threatening to trigger that old panic, that deep-seated fear of lack. But watch closely, because the universe is about to perform a miracle of balance. Just as that expense appears, a channel of abundance will open. A gift, a forgotten payment, or a sudden opportunity will emerge to meet the need. This is a divine lesson. You are always supported. Financial stability is not just on the horizon, it is the ground forming beneath your feet as you walk. But it requires you to release the narrative of struggle. You have the power to create your reality, and the universe is listening intently to the stories you tell yourself. If you speak of lack, you will find it. If you speak of security, you will build it. Be mindful of your inner dialogue, for your thoughts are the seeds of your future. Prepare to receive the blessings that are already on their way, not because you've earned them through hardship, but because you are inherently worthy of them. This is a time for deep introspection, a sacred pause before the dawn. Trust that every unsettling feeling, every crack in the old foundation, is happening for your highest good. Let's speak of the symbols the universe is laying at your feet. Numbers like 86 and 1 may appear, acting as gentle winks from the cosmos, reminders that you are on the right path. The number 8 resonates with abundance and power, while 1 signifies new beginnings and leadership. Together, they tell a story of you stepping into your power to create a new, prosperous reality. The color purple, the color of royalty, wisdom, and spirituality, is your ally now. Wearing it is not just an aesthetic choice, it is an act of embodying your own sovereignty. It is a declaration that you are the ruler of your own inner kingdom. But let's be honest, Taurus, all this talk of new beginnings can feel hollow when you are bone-tired. The sheer weight of your perfectionism, the relentless drive to uphold a standard that no one else seems to meet, has left you overwhelmed. You look at the world and see chaos, and your role, as always, is to bring order. But the burden of being the rock for everyone else is turning you to stone. Your soul is crying out for something simpler, for the feeling of cool grass under your feet, for the sound of a river, for a moment of connection with the earth that understands your true nature. You've been saving, planning, deferring your own joy for the sake of important goals. But what goal is more important than your own well-being? What fortress is worth building if the person inside it is suffocating? Investing a small piece of your resources in your own replenishment is not an indulgence, it is a necessity. It will not derail your plans, it will refuel the engine that drives them. And this need for connection extends to your friendships. Think of those people who bring you life, the ones you haven't spoken to, not from a lack of love, but from the sheer exhaustion of daily life. A friendship is a living thing. It needs to be watered, Ignoring it will not make it wait for you, it will cause it to wither. Reach out. A short message, a quick call. These are the waters that can revive a connection. You don't need a grand vacation. A half-hour spent watching the sunset can be a profound pilgrimage for a soul as weary as yours. There is a subtle resistance clinging to you, an old belief that whispers, you are not truly worthy of this abundance, this ease, this love. It's a ghost from your past, perhaps a family pattern or a voice that told you that life must be hard. It's time to stop ignoring that ghost and instead turn to face it with gentle curiosity. Ask it, where did you come from? Whose voice are you, really? When you identify its source, you reclaim your power over it. Now, let us turn to the wisdom of the cards, for they are painting a picture of your soul's journey. The sun shines with blinding brilliance in your reading. This is not just a card of success, it is a symbol of your true essence being revealed. For so long, you may have felt unseen, your efforts unacknowledged, but that time is over. The sun represents a powerful breakthrough where your radiant, creative, and authentic self becomes undeniable. Your energy is now magnetic, a beacon of light and inspiration. Those who previously overlooked you are now drawn to your warmth, unable to ignore the brilliance you emanate. Flowing from this is the world. This card confirms you are completing a monumental cycle of your life. An entire chapter, defined by old struggles and limiting beliefs, is drawing to a close. This is the dawn of a new era, one filled with achievement, expansion, and a deep sense of wholeness. It may involve travel or movement, whether physical or spiritual, but its true meaning is fulfillment. The rewards for your immense efforts are crystallizing. Patience is key, as the final pieces are aligning, but know that you are arriving at a place of profound peace and harmony. Then comes judgment. This is a powerful call for awakening. It is not about being judged by others, but about your own moment of self-realization. Hidden truths, especially in matters of the heart and your life's purpose, are coming to the surface. It is an opportunity to be reborn, to shed the skin of past mistakes and relationships that no longer serve your evolution. You are being guided to make decisions from a place of soul-aligned truth, choices that lead to freedom and authentic joy. Spinning through this all is the Wheel of Fortune. This card is a divine reminder that life is cyclical and that luck is turning in your favor. The universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating a shift that will bring unexpected opportunities, especially in your financial and professional worlds. While the wheel's turn can feel unpredictable, trust that it is moving you toward abundance. What is meant for you will not pass you by. This is the universe taking the pen and writing a chapter of grace and fortune into your story. However, we must also acknowledge the shadow. The Five of Swords speaks of a past conflict, a misunderstanding that has left a bitter residue. It warns you to be aware of manipulation or hollow victories, battles won at too great a cost. Someone in your circle may have acted from a place of insecurity, creating tension. But you are gaining wisdom from this. It is time to stand in your truth, to forgive not for their sake, but for yours, and to release the lingering negativity. This conflict was not a punishment. It was a lesson in discernment. And into this clearing walks the Knight of Cups. This card is the embodiment of romantic, passionate, and heartfelt energy entering your life. It speaks of a deep, sincere love that is developing quietly but with immense power. Someone is falling in love with you, Taurus. They may seem reserved, perhaps even emotionally guarded, but their feelings are profound and true. This is not a fleeting infatuation. It is a soul-level connection waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. Be open to invitations, to moments of emotional intimacy, for a single encounter could transform your understanding of love. Now, let's ground this wisdom in the practical areas of your life. Regarding your health, your robust nature has allowed you to ignore the subtle whispers of your body for too long. That stubbornness, your tendency to power through, is no longer serving you. If there is a persistent ailment, a feeling of unease, do not put off seeking professional guidance. Your body is your most precious home. Treating it with reverence is paramount. This includes your diet. Indulgence is a part of life, but it cannot be the default. This isn't about a restrictive diet for weight loss. It is about choosing a way of eating that honors your vitality. Create a sustainable rhythm of nourishment and pleasure. Your energy depends on it. At work, your desire for control can make you resistant to suggestions. It's not arrogance, it's a deep-seated belief that your way is the safest way. However, the universe is telling you that a solution to a persistent problem lies in a place you've refused to look: the advice of another. Listen with an open mind. Use your incredible discernment to separate the helpful from the unhelpful. Taking the right advice now could be the key that unlocks a new level of success. For a moment, allow yourself not to have all the answers. In the future, this wisdom will make you an even greater leader. Your financial world is on the cusp of a beautiful expansion. The Wheel of Fortune is not just a symbol, it's a promise of tangible rewards. Prosperity is knocking, and your hard work is the foundation upon which it will be built. Be open to collaborations and partnerships that can expand your income streams. Trust your sharp intuition when making financial decisions now, as they will have a lasting, positive impact. Luck is on your side, but fortune favors the prepared mind and the open heart. In love, your economy of words can be misinterpreted. That stoic silence, which you believe conveys strength and stability, can feel like a cold wall to your partner. When you, a Taurus, say, "I love you," it carries the weight of the earth. It is a declaration of absolute truth, but you cannot assume your partner feels the gravity of those unspoken feelings. They may be waiting, silently yearning for a small verbal affirmation. Take the initiative. Break your own rule. Say the words. If you are single, this same principle applies. Passivity is the enemy of connection. The astral energies are aligned to support a bold move. You must be the one to take that first small step toward the love you desire. Your family life is a source of profound joy and stability right now. The successes you are achieving will ripple outwards, bringing harmony and reasons for celebration to your home. Lean on their support. Your strength inspires them, and their love will be the wind beneath your wings as you take these bold new steps. This is a time for healing old tensions and strengthening bonds through patience and compassion. Taurus, you are in the midst of a symbolic death and rebirth. You are bidding farewell to an old self, the one who learned to survive through rigidity, hyper-independence, and silence. That version of you was a brilliant creation, a masterpiece of survival. But you are no longer just trying to survive. You are ready to truly live. Living means feeling without censorship. It means allowing things to break if they no longer support your truth. It means facing fear and allowing it to transform into wisdom. You are not losing anything of value, you are gaining your authentic self lighter, truer, and more vibrantly alive than ever before. You are no longer the child who had to be still to avoid chaos. You are a sovereign adult with the power to choose differently. And when you look in the mirror, you will finally see yourself with clear, compassionate eyes. You are not your scars, not your mistakes, not the fortress you built. You are the one who persevered, the one who broke and rose again, the one who dared to feel when it would have been easier to shut down. And now, you are the one who chooses freedom. This is your new life, Taurus. It may not be perfect, but it will be real. And from that place of authenticity, everything finally begins to flourish.